And I want to correct something which I said earlier, which is I said that while I was in Sydney, I found no one that was interested in talking about philosophical mysticism. And that's only because I was talking about it wrong. Had I gone to people and said, are you interested in meaning? Are you interested in connection? Are you interested in intimacy? Are you interested in vulnerability? Are you interested in being happy and whole and fulfilled? They would have all said yes. Then the question is, so how does mysticism come to answer those real questions? How can mysticism cultivate a authenticity of being, authenticity of relationship, a relationship to the self and to reality as a whole, a state of tranquility, of content, a sense of purposefulness and meaning as we move through and dance through life?
I want people to get a sense that what the mystics and the philosophers and the people who have inhabited these domains, that they're really getting at what's most near to every single human being. It's like it's the most practical, the issues of the facticity of our own being here itself, right, is really what we're talking about. It's not like some abstract way out there thing. It's the matter literally of our own lives, right? So that's the thing about it is it's not abstract or out there in my experience. It's actually the most in here. It's the most close. It's the most daily, the most pertinent to our own concerns. I want to light that up for people because that's been so true for me. And I get this sense that people really don't understand that, or when they think about philosophy or they think about like mysticism, they think about it as some kind of like dry or abstract or heady thing that's not pertinent to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Guy, you said so much there. Like it's gonna, there's a lot to be responsive to in that. I think so much of my project that I'm engaged in is to show why mysticism is not some arcane, obscure thing that belongs in dictionaries and in museums, but that mysticism is precisely not only the truth or a truth, the facticity which always has been, but one which is more relevant now than ever before. And I hope I can do justice to that both now and in the broad scope of my project. And I want to correct something which I said earlier, which is I said that while I was in Sydney, I found no one that was interested in talking about philosophical mysticism. And that's only because I was talking about it wrong. Had I gone to people and said, are you interested in meaning? Are you interested in connection? Are you interested in intimacy? Are you interested in vulnerability? Are you interested in being happy and whole and fulfilled? They would have all said yes. Are you concerned with the technologization of society? Are you concerned with the instrumentalization? Are you concerned with the way that machines are looking poised to take over everything and to leave us useless and meaningless? Then the answer would have been from 95% of people on the street, yes. And then the question is, once you've identified that, which John Vervaeke over at his project in the identifying the meaning crisis, then the question is, so how does mysticism come to answer those real questions? How can mysticism cultivate a authenticity of being, authenticity of relationship, a relationship to the self and to reality as a whole, a state of tranquility, a state of content, a sense of purposefulness and meaning as we move through and dance through life? That becomes the salient question. And I think if you read the literature from the turn of the century onwards in every field, and this is an audacious claim, but it's something which I've done a little of, and from my experience has always proven true. The burgeoning fields from the mid-century onward, I would say actually more precisely, whether it's in science, and that could be in quantum science, that could be in grand theories, that could be in biology, in systems theories, in ecology, whether it's in the psychology, whether it's in the humanist and the depth and the analytical, in any field that you choose across the board. When you read people at their deepest and at their greatest and the field at its furthest in that regard, before we get into a collapse, they all sound, and even then, by the way, I would say this is even true for the people who bring about the collapse. They all sound like mystics. They all speak like mystics. and some of them more self-aware that they're doing so, whether that's Abraham Maslow speaking about self-transcendence, whether that's Niels Bohr or David Bohm speaking about the fundamental unity of all reality and the way that we participate in that and create that with our narratives and observation, whether that's a postmodernist like Derrida, Foucault talking about the fundamental emptiness of reality, which is pages straight out of Nagarjuna's Mahayana Buddhism, mysticism on the other side of the spectrum. All of contemporary human endeavor at its finest seems to be converging on the mystical, seems to be converging on the fundamental fact that there's a deep fundamental unity and participation that we have with reality. There's a deep and there's a deep meaningfulness to every single moment of existence, the all and the nothing, however that's going to be phrased. So I really do think that mysticism is not arcane, it's not obscure, it's not lost, it's not some old textbook stuff. I really do think it's the cutting edge of all of science, of all of humanities, and it's my hope and wish to explore that and open that and explicate that. And I know that's the work that this group that I've now stumbled upon is also engaged in. I want to answer the question of question number one, which is Jewish mysticism and language, but I'm getting a sense that I'm talking for too long in one shot.
It's great.
So I'll let you keep going. Okay, fine. Okay.